and welcome to This Is. I will die on this hill that Digimon is better than Pokemon.
Is that really where you want to start this video? You want to argue Digimon versus Pokemon? Today, we're talking about some of our hottest takes. And while they may be a little controversial, why we have to agree on them at the end. But why we believe in certain things and think certain things are garbage.
Digimon has...
So now that we fast forwarded through our Pokemon rant and agreed that Pokemon is in fact better than Digimon, my first hot take: most PC handhelds kind of suck.
What are you talking about? This is the best time to be alive.
If you're having a great time, by all means. But the Steam Deck's better than like literally every one of them. And it's not even close.
What? Wait, no.
Windows 11 is bad on handhelds.
You came in here like any type of gaming handheld that's not a Switch sucks.
That's
the energy you came in here with.
You know what? Just because I got big Switch energy doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to come with. I think the Steam Deck is better than every single PC
I have
gaming
used
handheld. Most of them, right?
Most of them.
Right. And I will actually say we are recording this video before the Ally X has landed. Even that doesn't change the fact that it's running Windows, which is not good on a handheld. First of all, none of them have any battery life. Even the best of the Windows handhelds have maybe like 2 hours when you're really cranking it. Right?
Windows have bad battery.
No, here's the thing,
you can't blame that on handhelds.
Actually, I do blame it on the handheld because even though the Windows handhelds are more powerful with the Z1 Extreme, guess what? More powerful means you need more power and you drain the battery faster. Even though the Steam Deck is less powerful, it is still able to play basically everything. The Steam Deck experience is so much better because guess what? The games and the entire operating system, everything works. I was a Steam Deck hater in the beginning. I didn't get it. When the Steam Deck first came out, I was like, you know what? This thing's too big. I don't care. But as time has gone on, SteamOS has gotten so much more powerful. The OLED is a terrific upgrade.
You know what's got an OLED too? My Legion Go.
Does it? I don't think it does.
Doesn't sound like OLED.
You know what I do with it on a plane? Because it's got that beefy, chunky backside. I pull the kickstand out. Yeah. I put it in the basket of the throw-up bag is. I detach my controller, and I'm like...
I'm not saying that PC gaming handhelds are bad.
Yes, you are. You literally said they're trash.
You did.
There's nothing wrong with Windows handhelds in a vacuum. Steam Deck is just better.
What do you do? This is the Lucas Warm.
You went from Scorcher to like running back because I would say the Steam Deck absolutely counts as a PC handheld.
It is the best one.
But does it also suck?
You're like handhelds are
No. Steam Deck.
That's the energy you came in with.
Steam Deck. All other ones.
No.
He thinks everything should be a Switch Lite.
Switch Lite is, of course, on top of the Steam Deck, but we're not talking about that one here. Kenzie, help us out here. Steam Deck is better than other PC handhelds.
Steam Deck is better than other PC handhelds, but that is not what you originally presented.
Boom!
It sounds like Matt immediately got you to concede on Steam Deck.
Okay, fine. What's your hot take then?
My hot take is... Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring today's video. Quality matters when it comes to everyday basic items like underwear, t-shirts, but especially socks. That's where Bombas comes in, starting with premium materials like merino wool and extra long staple cotton. Once you try it on, you're not gonna wanna go back to anything else.
And these socks are engineered for peak comfort. With built-in arch support and no annoying toe seams, they're great for hiking, running, dressing up.
Comfy socks are pretty cool, but you know what else is cool? That Bombas offers something even better. You know that socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the 3 most requested clothing items by homeless shelters? For every item that you purchase, Bombas will donate one as well.
And customers like you have enabled Bombas to donate over 100 million items to people in need. And they come with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you get free returns, and you also get exchanges.
Feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing your purchase will treat yourself and treat someone else. New customers can get 20% off their first purchase. Just go to bombas.com/thisis and use code thisis20 at checkout. And again, thank you to Bombas for sponsoring this video and keeping our feet comfy. My hot take is that the best gaming console on the market right now is not an Xbox.
Okay.
It is not a PlayStation.
Sure.
It certainly is not a Nintendo Switch.
Okay, all right, uncalled for.
It is an Amazon Fire Stick. Look, I said what I said when I said it. You could sideload some nice things on there.
What stuff?
Emulators, stuff like that.
Okay.
Can you not buy emulators in the Amazon App Store? I don't know.
I don't know, but I would sideload it anyway.
Okay,
So
sure.
you could play all of your Xbox games. Tiny Hand Phil's came back a while. He said, I want to make a little thummy stick that would go into your TV and it would just play all your Xbox.
We could rephrase that.
And then Big Hand Jeff Bezos came in and smacked him and said, stay in your lane, my dude.
Apparently, you don't need to sideload. You can get RetroArch, EmuGBC XL, Retro Emulator, Classic Cool Boy.
Classic Cool Boy.
Classic Cool.
Right here, my dude.
Look at a couple of them right here. Amazon Fire Stick. Okay, so you need to buy the stick. You buy a controller for it, and then you can load up your emulators, and you can play cloud games on it.
Yep.
And profit?
Yeah.
No.
There's no cheaper
No.
way. Your argument of, I'll just do it on a PC or phone is invalid. Because
did say
my
that.
scenario
I said
is
that.
that you do not have.
No. Speaking of putting words in your mouth, you started this out by saying
Get your stuff out of my mouth, all right?
You started this by saying that this is the best. Not even remotely close to being the best.
What?
Kenzie, can you adjudicate this one? There's no shot you can make this.
Kinsey, you could play all of your Common Rider games side-loaded onto the Fire
I'm sure
TV.
it runs really well on a Fire TV HD with a dual-core processor from the year 300 BC.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have any references from 300 BC?
Okay, what's the best way to game in 300 BC?
Rock.
Yeah, shit. That is
Rock.
Q-Rock!
Kenzie, can you just tell him he's wrong and we can move on?
As far as like fidelity to the original argument, if you had said best value, you would have a little bit more ground to stand on.
Okay.
You stayed much more faithful to your argument than he did.
Yeah. I'm
no.
passionate about things.
I mean, you're passionate about things that you made up and don't
Yeah.
believe.
Apple Maps is better than Google Maps. I
Here's
don't
my
think it's even close.
Okay, here's my problem with that. I agree with you completely. I can't argue with that.
I used to hate Apple Maps because it was terrible. Right? It used to be really, really bad. But if you have not tried Apple Maps in a while, give it a shot. One of the things that I really appreciate is the fidelity of the maps. When I'm driving around and I see the damn tree along the side of the road on my Apple Maps, I'm like, this just made my life 0.01% better. So you've got yourself great 3D views, especially of like, landmarks in like a lot of major cities. You've got good information when it comes to like traffic, when you got like routing. Like I don't notice any difference between the two when I go back and forth. It also just kind of works. I'm not saying that Google Maps has gotten like crashy or whatever, like it's fine, but like Google Maps feels so old and clunky. The only thing I'll say that's actually better about Google Maps is I do like the reviews of like actual places. No one really reviews stuff on Apple Maps. I think they pull from like Yelp or something. Google sometimes is slightly quicker to update like people's like hours and stuff. But like honestly, like the amount of times that I find myself needing to dig out Google Maps instead of Apple Maps is like twice a year. Like I don't need to do it because Apple Maps is just better and it's better looking.
One feature that makes it, I like it more, and that's the ETA. Yeah, I'm like, I'm on my way, babe.
You type OMW and it goes on my way.
It's like the Uber sharing or whatever, yeah.
Also, you guys both lose 10 points for not arguing. You are agreeing with each other.
We'll argue with you then.
I've never used Apple Maps because I don't care.
I didn't care either until the presumptuousness of Google. So I uninstalled Google Maps. And you know what? I clicked the link. It goes, do you want to install Google Maps? No!
This is not a hot take. Maybe you disagree, dear
This
viewers.
is me
but,
yelling a lot.
well, I mean, this channel.
My hot take is that all you guys who about fanboys are even more of a fanboy than the fanboys about.
You're basically saying that the people who complain about the problem are worse than people who cause the problem?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm going to go with Tesla first.
Do it, Matt. Do it.
Tesla people tend to be fanboys.
Colt. You could say Colt.
Cult. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. You hear the most unhinged tweets. I spent $12,000 on full self-driving. Thank you, Elon, for giving me a new cup holder. There's a time when I wanted a Tesla.
Sure, of course.
I'm
they're
like,
cool for a
like
minute.
Model 3, not bad, whatever.
Yeah.
Anytime I see anything about Tesla on Twitter, I now hate.
Teslas are one of the least cool cars that are around right now.
They are cringe.
For a car that supposedly has self-driving, how come none of the drivers can drive in between the lines or use turn signals? iPhone versus like Android. I use my iPhone.
You do?
I have used an iPhone for 6 years. Everyone's like, he's such an iSheep. He's such an Apple fanboy.
You are.
These are the people like, I would never use an Apple product.
Can I go one layer deeper on what I think you're trying to argue? I will expand this to YouTubers. Get a little spicy.
Yeah.
There is a class of YouTubers who exist and thrive on drama. And specifically, always negative bad stuff.
I mean, us, but
Well, no, sometimes we say happy things.
PS5 is worse.
I've never said that day in my life. Their entire shtick is roasting a company.
Hater.
You'll see comments that are something like, it's so clear that Apple pays off all these YouTubers. What's more believable? That the people who have access to every type of phone all choose to use the same one? Or that a company's paying off thousands of creators?
Almost every major company that you follow or know or buy products from pay influencers to talk about their products.
Sure they do.
You know the only company that doesn't do that? Apple. I have never in all my years of being a YouTuber been offered or heard anyone I know get paid a single cent from Apple. I'm not gonna say that Apple doesn't sort of give you like an interview or some kind of exclusive that may sort of bias you. Of course.
The narrative that all these people who are like, I'm an anti-Apple fanboy.
Yeah.
You are so much worse than an actual Apple fanboy who's like, I have this and it works for me, so I'm just gonna keep using it.
The people who sit there and they rage bait you with nonsense about how terrible everything is all the time.
I'd rather have no phone than an iPhone. You should have your hands surgically touching grass all the time and you lose your ability to vote.
You know what I'm realizing? These aren't hot takes.
I'm giving Matt retroactive points because the Amazon thing was an incredibly hot take.
I got something even more spicy.
What? I mean, spice me up, bad boy. Slap some paprika on me. Maybe some cumin.
No.
A little bit of allspice.
None of those go together.
They do if you want to. Mouse and keyboard suck for gaming.
Matt, what the hell's wrong with you? What? Are you trying to say the controllers are better than mouse and keyboard?
Yeah. As an avid WoW player of decades,
You play on a Surface with the freaking flippy floppy keyboard. What are you talking about?
but I also play on my Legion Go handheld with controllers.
And that
All
is how many games? One?
That is the most controller game ever. Recently, I just cracked a little bit. I went through puberty for a second. Recently, Steam released a little backwards baseball. Over half of their users are using an Xbox controller for Steam, which is the first time it's ever dominated like that.
I don't know. I think it is just known that there's some games that are better with controllers. Some games are better with keyboard and mouse. Real Yakuza use a controller.
To play your visual novel, all you need is the A button. It doesn't matter whether you're on keyboard or mouse. You
I
can
don't-
click A with
I'm not sure
whatever
what you're
button.
doing with your hands there, but look,
How are you gonna play all your racing games? What do you use?
a control. Well, a wheel is actually better, but a controller. But no, but hold on. You can't say that a controller is better than a mouse and keyboard. A mouse
I
and
can.
keyboard is a more specialized tool.
Is that why there's so many products out there that try and make it less like a keyboard?
The keyboard isn't the operative thing. The keyboard, you need like between four and like maybe more keys, but the mouse is actually the operative part.
You're just using an auto aimer anyway.
No, no.
Matt, you just suck at video games.
I'm the third ranked Valorant player in the world.
There's no shot whatsoever.
Isn't that why they made it so that you can't like cross-platform with certain like
Yeah,
shooter games? Because
because
if you're aiming with a mouse, you are fucking cleaning up,
Just cheating.
cheating, playing with the
Cheating.
computer.
Speaking of keyboards, a mechanical keyboard doesn't make you a better gamer. Speaking of mice, a good mouse does make you a better gamer.
Are we just learning that you're just a hater of keyboards and mice? It doesn't matter what.
Speaking of gaming, oh man, this thing only has, is it a 60 hertz to screen? You suck at gaming anyways, so 60 hertz is fine for you.
Can I just make the argument that the Switch is better than all PC handhelds, including the Steam Deck? The Switch walked so that every other one of these things can run.
And then got left in the dust.
You know what running is? It's
Yeah.
faster than walking.
Yeah, but you know what? We all had to find our way out of the primordial ooze at some point, and the Switch is what got us there. And the Switch 2 is going to be the best handheld of all.
Nintendo should just go away.
I think Sega should go back into the console market.
Yo, Dreamcast 2.
Sega should just redo arcades.
They do.
They still
No. Like, I want like an 80s arcade owned by Sega where I can go and get greasy ass pizza and ask Jenny Gildenhorn on a date.
Can I come with one more hot take that may also be similar to some of the other hot takes I've got? Give it 3 to 5 years, your phone will be just as good has a Switch, which will be just as good as
What do you?
Steam
It's,
Deck, which
is
is
it
just as
already
good.
not
It's
just as-
already there.
No, I'm not talking about Death Stranding on the iPhone 15 Pro.
Do you know what a hot take is?
Phones can replace your gaming device.
I've been saying that for already.
Obviously, the iPhone has the lead when it comes to like fully graphically AAA demanding games right now. Now, mind you, not a lot of people are buying Assassin's Creed or whatever, but the phone has enough power. What all the phones need, unless your name is like an ROG phone, is more cooling and like better like controls. Your phone is already the device you carry around with you all day. And as much as I am incredibly excited for Sony to bring out a PSP 2 or a PS Vita 2 in a couple years, whatever, and obviously the more handhelds the better, because I really believe in handheld gaming is better than a lot of like laptop gaming.
You are so. Oh my god. So in your hierarchy,
Go ahead. Build my hierarchy for me.
It is Switch Lite,
I suggest iPhone will be up there, and then Z Flip, and then Switch. Yep.
and then Steam Deck.
Yep.
And then everything else.
Yep.
When have you seen a video game before?
Super Mario Brothers.
That sounds about right. Let us know what your hot take is. Are we off our rockers? Because we definitely are. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.